け翼。
軽業師としてこのくらいこなしてみせる。そら行くぜ。ぶっ潰したい。
How's it going, everyone? This is Suckle, and welcome back to Ike Tsubasa! I'm your narrator for this video, and we will be discussing the Japanese Golden-23 players released recently. Let's begin! Ike! Mitsuru Sano, Futsal Fusion, is a toughness-type Japanese player that plays for the Japanese Olympic team during the Golden-23 arc. Sano can be played as either a forward or attacking midfielder. Sano comes with 5 hidden abilities: Bond, plus 2.5% for his teammates with 5 or more toughness type players regardless of region. Inspire Misaki grants a 5% special skill force to Misaki's next special skill after Sano wins a matchup. Special skill force up, providing a staggering 30% bonus for low flying shot special skills. Low ball request ensures all passes received within the penalty area will result in a low ball, unless the pass comes from high baller. Lastly, bumpy ground resistance for PvE purposes. Sano is equipped with Super Solidarity for toughness type Japanese players plus 20%. His passive dribble range enhance increases the distance traveled by 5 times when he wins a matchup using dribble. His main skill, Zigzag Soul Backstep, is a S rank dribble capped at 440 momentum that requires 255 stamina. His sub-skills are S Direct Acrobat Volley, capped at 415 momentum, and A Pivot Pass. Sano comes with very high dribble stats at almost 9.2k, supported by his amazingly high 8.3k speed. Do note that Sano gets a 25 stats bonus for all his actions in low flying ball matchups, due to his very good low ball. With this being said, we suggest going with 25 shot power, 22 dribble, pass, 3 speed, and technique to make a potential goal threat. Sano's in-match dribble is really impressive at over 14k, and his volley is at 15.8k due to his low ball bonus. Zigzag Soul Backstep is over 63k, and Direct Acrobat Volley is at 85.6k force with his special skill force up. His acrobatic pass is somewhat decent as well at 56.2k. For his skill build, consider replacing his A Pivot Pass with S Acrobatic Pass, and finish up his build with S Mouse Dribble and Acrobatic Intercept. Sano is a decent player that can threaten to score against some keepers, but honestly not good enough for the current meta. His dribble is great, but unlikely to bully meta defenders as well. Sano gets 2 stars from us. Hanji Urabe, roused to remain on the team, is an agility-type Japanese player featured in the All-Japan Golden-23 team. He's playable as either a defensive midfielder or defender. Urabe-sama is fully loaded out with 5 abilities. Bond plus 2.5% stats for his team with 5 or more agility type players regardless of region. Stat Handicap Resistance provides 10% resistance against debuff for all Japan Golden-23 teammates. Price of Confused Fight applies a minus 15% debuff for his opponent's next action, and Indomitable granting Urabe 20% stat bonus for his next action when Urabe loses a matchup. We feel that abilities that require you to lose a matchup before getting the bonus are very counterintuitive, as giving the ball away may result in a goal scored against you, and Urabe might not even get the chance to see the ball again before the half ends. Do note that this debuff or buff is only purged once an action is taken or the period ends on each half. Lastly, bumpy ground resistance for PvP action. Urabe comes with relevant team skill Super Solidarity for agility type Japanese players plus 20%. His passive full power gauge up grants 30% full power gauge every time he wins a matchup. His main skill is Tenacious Sliding Tackle, capped at 455 momentum and requires a staggering 470 stamina per use. It also comes with a 5% foul chance. He is rounded up with 2 A skills, Hot-Blooded Block and Forcible Interception. Urabe is proficient at tackle with 8.6k and quite speedy as well with almost 7k speed. Nothing else is relevant due to his disappointing physical stats. We suggest going with 25 tackle, block, speed and power. We wouldn't recommend any further investment beyond this point. Urabe's in-match tackle and block are both above 12k with our suggested limit break. Tenacious Sliding Tackle at 62.1k, Hot-Blooded Block hits 52.1k force, and his intercept is not worth mentioning. Assuming that he gets the 20% stat bonus from his ability, Tenacious Sliding Tackle hits 74.5k, suggesting the possibility of bullying, while Hot-Blooded Block improves at 62.5k. And for the sake of our Lord Urabe-sama's reputation, we shall not discuss his interception numbers. We suggest replacing his Hey Hot-Blooded Block and Forcible Interception with the S versions. Drop him S Perfect Cross and Speed Dribble to complete his build. Or you can just keep the existing build and just drop him A versions of Dribble and Pass. Urabe can only tackle if you haven't realized it by now. As a defensive midfielder, Urabe is a liability without his indomitable ability active due to his extremely weak interception. It's going to be challenging for Urabe to really generate any sort of full power as his offensive aspects are rather non-existent. As a defender, he's going to be his opponent's #1 launchpad to set up their forwards, at least once per half. However, Urabe will most likely bully with his tackle after he loses the initial matchup, so it's best to play him on the side so that he doesn't end up in aerial matchups. His main contribution to the match will be to apply debuff on opponents, but this debuff can also be easily removed by self-tapping and trapping in the box. We are rating Urabe-sama 1 star as he's unlikely to make it into any team in the current meta. Would you prefer a defensive player that is designed to intentionally give the ball away and potentially concede a goal, or win the ball? Wouldn't Urabe be broken with 80% like wake up 80% faster, recover 80%? Jesus, imagine if Urabe had that. That would be amazing actually. Because imagine if he lost and then he would recover immediately and face off against the opponent that he just nerfed and then he got buffed. Oh my god, that would be amazing. God damn it, Clap Games, hire me. Hiroshi Jito, Spirits Against Rough Play, is a skill-type defender that plays for the Japanese Olympic team during the Golden-23 arc. Jito comes with 2 types of bonds, plus 1.5% with 3 or more Golden-23 players, and plus 1% with 3 or more non-Japanese players. Denmark player Killer, granting him 30% more stats against Danish players, Haas and Christensen, and Shot Killer, High Flying, improving his stats by 30% against high flying shots. He is rounded up with a stat handicap resistance, providing 10% debuff reduction for his Golden-23 countrymen. Jito comes with a relevant team skill, Super Solidarity for skill type Japanese players, plus 20% for his team skill, and his passive, his Forward Killer, stats plus 20% against forwards. His main skill is a new launch tackle capped at 455 momentum that costs 385 stamina per use. His default skill package is completed with a high power block, and those little tricks ain't gonna work. Jito comes with more than 24k defensive stats, with a pleasing 8.9k tackle backed with 6.2k speed, catching the eye. But he's weaker on intercept at 7.8k and lacks technique as well. We suggest prioritizing his block and going with 25 block, power, 22 tackle, intercept, 3 speed, and technique, since Jito is designed to contest high-flying shots. Jito does not look very strong, especially when his passive is not active. Against non-forwards, I'll Send My Rivals Flying hits 62k. High power block is worryingly low at almost 58k. and those little tricks ain't gonna work only hits 54.3k. This means that he will be extremely weak against non-forwards that have a good non-flying shot. Things improve against forwards, with I'll Send My Rivals Flying hitting 74.4k, sufficient to bully. A high power block shy of 70k, and those little tricks ain't gonna work hitting 65.2k. Jito is Haas and Christensen's worst nightmare, as most of his mentioned skills rise above 80k force, and over 100k against Haas's header. We suggest replacing a high power block, and those little tricks ain't gonna work with the S versions. Finish his build with S I'll Send My Rivals Flying and see what I'm really made of. Jito, the bane of the Danes, is a hard counter against teams built around the Danes, which we feel that aren't as common anymore. Jito is proficient at blocking high flying shots due to his ability and a high ball bonus, but significantly weaker against meta non-flying shooters. Jito only managed to get 2 stars as we felt that he is a very situational player. Well, we are still not too sure how important those Golden-23 Japanese players are at this point. As unattractive as they look now, they might become important pieces for building a Golden-23 centric team in the future. Jito and Urabe in particular might be crucial due to their stats handicap resistance with the rise of teams built around debuffs. On the behalf of Tsubasa, I would like to thank all our members on Patreon and YouTube. Your support is very much appreciated and it motivates us. It's also one of the reasons why we have been working tirelessly to keep the channel running and making videos for everyone. Alright guys, do check out ways to support us, or at the very least take a look. Links provided in the video description. Check out the other videos listed here by YouTube. Subscribe if you have not, leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and may the gacha god bless us all. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.